Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to MCW. It's episode 25. We have a great show for y'all today. My name is Vic. I'm one of your hosts. With me, as always, got Les, got Bianca. Welcome to the Federation. We got a lot to say, as I said before. The Mets and Yankees are a lot better, and we're all happier because of it. Funkmaster Flex, the hip-hop icon himself, announces his last show suddenly at Hot 97, and we'll talk a little bit about that. Over on the wrestling side, we have to talk about this Raja Jackson and Psycho Stu situation and the controversy surrounding that. We'll, of course, talk about AEW's Forbidden Door. We'll talk NXT's Heatwave, and we'll preview the upcoming Clash in Paris pay-per-view from the WWE. Y'all already know all that and more. It's MCW. It's the culture. Keep it locked.
80 Guerrero off the top ropes. My flow special and gory just like I'm Chavo. You feeling froggy then leap. We kill the tadpoles. Rob Van Dam, the whole damn show.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to the program. Once again, my name is Vic. We got Les.
Yo.
And we got Bianca. No Bel Air. All right, man. Top of the show. Yankees and Mets. They're a lot better. The Yankees have won 5 in a row, including a controversial, I won't say controversial, but one that they not almost let get away, but it was a stressful 9th inning. Go ahead, B.
Bro. I was here. I was there. I got my hat. Oh, I didn't bring my hat up here, but I got my Hamilton hat and stuff that is going to my brother because I'm a lovely sister.
I guess that's kind of New York.
Like what? The Hamilton?
Yeah.
It was like it was Hamilton night at Yankee Stadium.
Oh, I did not.
That's why it was a Hamilton hat.
Like the play?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
the play. Yeah.
So they had like the gimmicks and shit.
No, they had it on the screen. Like they had everybody
like Photoshop.
Yeah. We were doing amazing. I was having a ball at this game. By the time it was the bottom of the 8th, it was 0-10. Yankees. 0-10.
Cruising.
We got to the top of the 9th. I'm here like, all right, all we need is 3 outs, bros, and we're out of here. We play our New York song and we'll be happy. And here we go. The first person get walked. I'm like, all right, cool. All right. But like, the second person gets walked, right? This is after we have 2 outs already. We only need 1 fucking out. I'm so tired. The third person gets walked. And I'm like, take him out. Take him out. Take him out. Take him out.
Keep in mind, 10-run lead, so they have a little leash. So they might have just kept them in just to get
They
some
sure fucking did.
Do you remember who was pitching by any chance?
No.
Not Luke Weaver, right? Because
No.
he's good. Luke Weaver's good. Go ahead.
The fourth person gets walked, so they got a walk run.
Yeah.
And I was pissed off about this. I was like, all right, we just need an out. We just need 1 out to end this game. I don't care about this walk. Who cares? The next person comes and hits a home run. And I was never pissed off. I literally slammed my water bottle on the ground. I sent a voice note to Victor yelling about this game.
So it's 10, they cut the lead in half. It's 10-5. With 2 outs in the
10-5. They switched the picture and we get the fuck out of there. But it was like the game was so good. And then, anything could have happened at that point. And it was just disappointing. But we won. And we've been winning the last games. That's all that matters to get this wild card seat.
Well, and that is all that matters because no one will remember this in a week. But yes, it's a stressful situation. I'm not going to go into detail, but I've had many a game where I'm like, why isn't it ever easy? Why do we have to walk people? Why are there there's traffic on the bases? Why can't we just get these 3 outs and let me just go on about my day happy? But I have to be all stressed out and everything. To quote Bob Murphy, they win the damn thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Yankees are cruising. Yankees are cruising third place in the American League East, only 4 games behind Toronto for first place, and Boston's only half a game above them.
Yeah.
And they got the second spot in the wild card over Seattle and just under Boston. So they're pretty, season ended today, playoff team. So I think it'd be hard for them to mess this up. And speaking of messing things up, my Mets. They're cruising. They just swept the Philadelphia Phillies. Who's in first place? They were down 7 games, and now, they gained the 3 games on them, so it'd be 4 games. But they lost last night to the lowly Marlins, who they can't ever beat when it matters. And then Philly won their game against Atlanta, so now
Wasn't
it's
there a
back
whole
to 5 games.
festival yesterday too?
Was there?
There was a whole festival in Queens yesterday
For
for
who?
this
For
at
what?
that game at City Field. There was a street festival. Yeah.
Well, they picked the wrong name to do it. I do know that Gary Cohen, Keith Hernandez, and Ron Darling celebrate 20 years in doing the
Nice.
booth, best
Yeah.
booth in baseball. So that was a couple days ago. They did take me out of the ball game. It was great. It was a great ceremony. Nolan McLean, this is who I want to talk about. They just brought this picture up, and he's only started 3 games, and he has the craziest curveball and sweeper I've ever seen in a minute. And he's just dominating early in only 3 starts, because I've seen great starts, and oh my God, he's pitching like a Hall of Famer, and then 2 years from now you don't remember their name
Yeah.
because the game will humble you. But he's making hitters look silly right now. 3 starts, 3 wins, 0.89 ERA. That is pristine. So he's doing the thing. And then they just called up Jonah Tong, who's supposed to be better than him, and he's gonna pitch tonight.
Nice.
So I mean, yo, should have done this like 2 months ago, but hey, we here. Yeah.
Can you explain how pitcher rotation works? Because
Sure.
if I was a team, I would just have my best thing out there every night. I don't.
And their arm
Yeah,
would
but
fall
then
off.
yeah. That's what
So
you're worried about.
So, speaking of, the viewers won't know this, but to us, girl fruits and things, we're not, we're not throwing. This is not 98 miles an hour. You're full force. Your your rotator cuff. You're doing that full force every pitch, even on the slower pitches, because what slows those pitches is your grip, pause, and the spin on the baseball, right? So you're doing this 95 to 100 times a game if you pitch 95 pitches, 100 pitches.
Yeah.
You've seen that they like wrap their arm after the game, and it's like all this crazy amount of bandage, right? And ice and everything, because for swelling, right? So you have to have like a rotation, right? Of people to that. Okay, tomorrow's gonna be this person. Tomorrow's gonna be that person. So it's usually a 5-man rotation. Some teams do a 6-man rotation. In the playoffs, you do a 4-man rotation. Back in the day, and I'm talking like 18 whatever, 19 whatever, 19 whatever.
When it was still American sport.
So what?
When it was still American sport.
More specifically, what color are these walls? I can never tell.
Oh, the ceiling?
Yeah, the ceiling. There you go.
Got a nice color T-shirt on today, Nick.
Yeah.
Thank you. Very crisp. Anyway, yeah. So there's no regulation back in those days because you didn't really know what it was. They didn't even know like anatomy like that.
Yeah.
And
Or to
so,
get hurt.
right, people like pitchers would pitch 9 innings and they would throw 130, in some cases 200 pitches. And again, they weren't throwing 95 and 100. They're probably throwing like 80 something because they weren't really athletes. And
They're athletes for their time.
right.
For
So
their
like
time.
right, exactly. And Nolan Ryan, like famously, he's more 60s, 70s, 80s. Came up in 69 with the Mets. Um there was no radar gun at the time, so the rumor is that he would throw his fastball was 108 miles an hour. But then he would just finish the game every time, and he would throw 120, 130 pitches every time, and he pitched for 27 years, so he didn't really get hurt like that. These pitchers today, they get hurt for nothing. I know that's not what you asked, but I'm like, how does this happen? How does this even happen? Like, you know, yeah, again, it's I guess it's a different time, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's
same
not
with the
only
NBA. It's the same with the NBA.
right. Yeah, yeah, like the Achilles and
Oh,
everything that's
wrestling.
happened. Right, everybody's neck is jacked. So it's not just the rotation because now the bullpen is more prominent. The bullpen back in the day was like, oh, if like your pitcher, they're giving up the grand slam, Bianca. If you were doing
Yeah.
that, that's what we need the bullpen for to clean that up to stop the bleeding. They weren't really used like that because as a pitcher, you're expected to pitch 9 innings.
Yeah.
I know they
So
got like relief pitches. So are there like certain pitches that it's like only relief, or do they pitch some games and then some games just relief?
most of the time, your relief pitcher, you're in the bullpen. That is your role, and they will call on you for whatever situation. Sometimes you're a fifth, sixth inning guy. Sometimes you're
Mhm.
an eighth inning guy, and sometimes you're the closer. Comes in at the ninth. Mariano Rivera,
I was
famously
just
the
about
most
to say
famous closer of all time, right?
that's the only
So
Yeah.
way
he
I
was
know.
ninth inning. The only time he would come in the eighth if it was a close game and you just weren't sure about the guy
Yeah.
pitching the eighth, or the guy pitching the eighth was starting to fuck it up. So you had to bring in Mariano to get some extra outs because with him it was pretty sure that you was going to win the game if you had a lead with him pitching, right? So that is our lesson on pitching rotations.
Yeah.
I guess. But great question. I love these
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah, this is how I get my baseball knowledge.
Yeah, man.
This and MLB the show.
Right. So if you play like a season mode on MLB the show and you decided to so I don't know if they still do this, but you have like everybody's energy on the lineup, right? If you go to the next game in the season and you look at that same pitcher, his energy is going to be lower, because he just pitched right the day before, and if you pitch him again and you like let him go, and then his energy's depleted, and you keep pitching with energy depleted, he might in game get hurt, right? So that's how that sort of works because you're
Give up
just straining on something.
every pitch.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But that's basically how that goes. Um, Again, I can't really compare it to basketball in like a way I could like, oh, this situation. I guess what is it called? What Kawhi be doing? The
Low management.
low management. Yeah. Um, and I sort of forgive it because Kawhi's had some like injury history, and injuries don't really just fade away like they do in video games. It's not like that
You
hamstring
put
just
back to 100% out
right.
of
It,
nowhere.
it tweaks
Ain't
and
no way.
ain't no way, right? So
Oh,
yeah, that.
my knees hear you right
All right, y'all. Let's get into this Funkmaster Flex thing. Just announced very suddenly that his last show is going to be on September the 1st for Hot 97. He's been with Hot 97 for as long as I can remember.
now.
Our
As long as
whole
we've been
life.
alive.
Right.
Our whole lives.
He
So
been
this
there since
came out of
94.
nowhere. This came out of nowhere, and I don't. I guess he'll explain more on September the 1st, but I don't. Um, I guess I don't have any answers as to like why or anything. Like I said,
Yeah.
he'll probably explain it, but wish him the
The
best in his
best.
continued success. I don't know if he's. It doesn't seem like he's retiring. He just might go to the competition or something. And yeah,
That's
I
what
hope he's. I
that
hope he's good.
That's what Leslie was like. What if he like goes to the competition
Go to
and
Hmm?
goes to 10? What is it? 105?
yeah.
101.5,
Yeah.
Um,
105.1.
y'all ready for the Funk Flex podcast?
Oh
Oh,
no.
with all the with all the bombs,
It's
with
a bomb
everything.
instead of make some noise like drink champs, just drop 10 bombs.
You know
Never
what?
play the song.
I think this podcast only works if he's yelling the entire time. I don't want calm. You know.
No, but just to give some like um information, Funk is a Bronx native. He started the show November 1992, I think it said. A Hot 97, and he got the keys to the city from Eric Adams. So, yeah, that's the face I made too when I read that.
I mean, very reputable
Eric
man.
Adams,
I don't,
he deserves the key to the city. It's the fact that this mayor gave it to him. Like, that's
and
what,
that is the lane I'm driving on.
but yeah, I think it should. I feel like everybody's gonna tune into this show. It's gonna be like the most listened to radio like slot in a very long time.
I gotta
No,
find
this,
a radio to actually listen to.
yeah,
Now you could just Google the radio. I'm sure we could just like Google it and listen.
this
I
is
don't know.
akin to like Letterman retiring, Letterman's last show. Like I remember Conan going like, "All right, around this time, Letterman's like show is airing his last show. Stop watching us and go watch Letterman because we wouldn't be here because
Yeah.
they're Letterman, blah blah blah." So yeah, man, this is gonna be an event, and yeah, I hope is as much as pomp and circumstance as there is for his last shows, and I don't know if it's possible, but if editor Mike can drop one of Flex's bombs real quick. I
In
don't
honor.
know. Yeah, exactly, and yeah. Um, all right, when we come back, we're gonna get into some controversial wrestling.
Wrestling.
Let's get
Leslie's like prepared for after this.
it. Welcome back, y'all. Man, we got to talk about this at the top of the segment. It's the Psycho Stu situation with Rampage Jackson's son. Um, a lot happened before, during, and after this. The short of it is Psycho Stu, who just woke up yesterday,
Thankfully.
right, got knocked out by it's Raja, right? Raja
Raja.
Yeah,
Jackson,
Roger.
and he 23 punches after he was knocked out, and that whole thing got a lot of people very angry. And then there's a lot of players in this game that caused this to happen. I want to get y'all thoughts.
I'll start. I was telling Leslie before we started that I saw both Maven's video and Stevie Richards. Two of his
Mm.
videos. That he has two videos because and also I didn't have all the information beforehand. So like I was like half sympathetic to Raja and then half like obviously not, in a sense of like, oh, he wanted to get his lift back. But other than that, he over got his lift back. And this and Stevie Richards and Maven both said it. This is the promotion's fault as well. Of course, it's Raja's fault. At the end of the day, he did what he did. He is accountable for his actions. But this could have been prevented by never letting him in the ring.
And not letting him have all that access
Yes.
to him. And before you go, Les, so they had a sponsor or a partnership with WWE that they lost
Yeah.
immediately after that happened.
They did
Go ahead, Les.
Rikishi school, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but I think also Gangrel is an owner too. I could be mistaken, and I think somebody else, but I forgot. Go ahead.
But yeah, nah, this it's a bad situation. But like I told Bianca, like Raja, they say he's a fighter, like he's gonna be like his pop because his father is Rampage Jackson.
Right.
His father,
One of the greatest.
Hmm.
yeah, one of the greatest MMA fighters. He had a little stint in TNA as well. So,
I remember.
but like, his son was not trained to fight. He was taught to fight.
Mm.
There's a difference between being trained to fight and being taught to fight. Because if he was trained to fight, that wouldn't have happened. He'd have had enough discipline to if it was gonna happen, it would have happened immediately when he did the beer can.
Hmm.
If it was gonna happen anytime, that's
It would have
shit.
been
I'm not condoning it. You
No.
feel me? But if you were gonna crash out, you crash out in the moment. You don't go
done.
shake the man hand after. Oh yeah, yeah, I understand, or whatever. And then it's like I was hearing from. I watched like a podcast of the dude who broke it up, and then he was saying that like the other dude, the dude Cowboy has like AJ Mana or something like that. He had like he has problems with the Psycho Stu. So he
Mm-hmm.
was amping Roger up to go and do something
Mm-hmm.
that he wasn't going to do. It's like it's so much different thing. And then it's like the people in his chat, Kick, and like
Okay.
Kick is one of the worst streaming platforms ever. Like I don't do streaming platforms. I don't watch streamers. I don't watch live streaming and stuff like that. But like everything I hear that is just like the worst thing coming from a streamer comes from a Kick stream.
Yeah.
It's like the people on there, whoever's just watching, the watchers on there are just they just want to see toxic.
And speaking of kick, there was this Frenchman. I don't know. Yeah, I heard of this. It was basically like these all these French folk stream, and um, it was like a whole group of them. And then there's this one who's like older than all of them, but who's also maybe a little mentally not there,
Hmm.
and they would like constantly not just make fun of him, but like kind of assault him. Like one of them just pulled up behind him, put him in a chokehold, and covered his nose. Like they were abusing this man and throwing things at him, making him do like challenges that embarrassed him. I think they made him put on a dress at some point. Then they wouldn't let him leave when he was like kind of getting privy, and he's like, "Nah, this is crazy." So he dies,
Hmm.
and like they were literally throwing things at his corpse to get him to wake up. And then they realized that he died, and then they were trying to say like this before he died, like to verbally give consent that if something happened to him, it wouldn't be their fault, which is a crazy kind
Yeah.
of evil in my mind. So basically, all of this, I say all that to say, Kick doesn't ever do anything about these things as they're happening,
Yeah.
and they got to be better with that.
One more thing,
Good.
um, the the wrestlers, the people, the workers at the show,
Mm-hmm.
was sorry because he should have been leaving on the stretcher as well. It should have been
Let me
the way that he walked out of that building, and they supposedly chase him, and nothing happens. It's
There
almost
were
that
so
man
many
walked out on
cameras
a
that we saw
and
that
then
he didn't get
right.
chased.
the dude with the little baseball jersey on, I seen he came up to him like, "Oh, come back, come back, come back!" Like, bro, y'all should have washed him in the ring. The only person who did something was the big dude that broke it up and was headbutting.
Right.
Yeah.
That's about
Right.
it. Everybody else just holding his legs and all that. Nah, everybody that should have been in there wailing on him, bro.
This.
Let,
Oh, go ahead.
no, just a question. So there was a ref in there, and I don't want to blame the ref necessarily
No,
because that's a new
we're
situation.
blaming the ref.
No, yeah, we
But
definitely
like the
blaming.
first thing you gotta do is try to pull this. You know, in MMA, right? The ref
Even if you
once he
gotta
sees
take
you
a hit,
knocked out, because they're gonna still
Yeah.
because they're trying to get the knockout, but they don't necessarily know that they're knocked out. So then they come in, they protect the fighter, right? That ref just stood there
He no. You don't understand. He did a count of three. There's a video of him
afterwards.
doing a
Yeah,
count of three afterwards. He's in
yeah,
the wrong completely.
yeah. It's like a fiasco, like on the whole front. Um, it's the really best way I can put it is unprofessional. The worst way I can put it is a lot of negative things.
Yeah. I
Um,
think Stevie Richards said it the best on his podcast. He was like, wrestling is very lucky that this doesn't happen more often because there is
mhm,
always we're they're always bringing people into the circle that doesn't understand. Look at the Travis Scott situation. That could have been way worse for Cody, right?
mhm,
um that like come in and don't understand, and then they're in their world, but they're not
mhm.
really in our that world to really understand what he should be doing or not to be doing and stuff. And that this could have happened with anybody, and that wrestlers have been very lucky that this hasn't happened beforehand also. But this is a tragic situation.
It was preventable in like 80 different
Yeah.
ways. It was first of all, Psycho Stu. I don't know necessarily what came over him for him to even do that in the first place. I guess when you're in wrestling so long, you see a camera, you start
Well,
thinking
they
like, "Oh, everything's a work."
what I was heard was that they thought everybody knew that everybody was in on the work together. So
Okay.
they had this kid back there hanging out with a bunch of wrestlers, working each other up, and they didn't
Hmm.
realize he wasn't a part of like the overall
Right.
scheme of what they do backstage all the time. That's
Yes, and then you have Cowboy AJ, or whatever his
yeah.
name is. He just lost his day job over this. So good luck. And then he's riling him up. Oh, get your receipt. First of all, that's not even what a receipt means. That's
Exactly.
a
But that
that's
does
not a receipt. That's like you get like a little gift, your executive
yeah,
join whatever, and then you cash that out because of your rebate and all that.
yeah.
Like you got extra, you got some change back. Um, and then everything that happened afterward, like the admission, or this was before, but the admission, like I'm gonna do this to him,
Mhm.
makes it premeditated. Everything afterwards that happened when he's walking away under his own power, nobody,
Yeah.
like Les said, like no wrestlers confronted him. Now he's on, oh, and don't call me a bitch now, da, 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 da. So
That's
there's some
another thing,
pent up
bro.
things
Him
too.
him talking about somebody calling him a bitch and all this other stuff. Out of everything that happened, even with his father calling him beforehand and all that, nobody ever said the word bitch to him.
Hmm.
I think it's
Unless he's
from
seen it in
So
his chat,
right,
maybe I don't know, but
I think
I
it's
I didn't hear nobody call him a bitch.
yeah,
go ahead,
I
D.
I think it's from um when I was talking to someone about this, they were saying that he had just lost a fight also. So like
I got a concussion.
he has a concussion. He's like on the losing side of things, and he's thinking this is going to give him his real lick back. I think that's what it was. Um but he has no discipline. So like he shouldn't be anywhere near any ring.
That's why he losing fights. So he
Yeah.
don't got no
There you go.
discipline,
No
and
discipline.
that's why I say he was taught to fight. He wasn't trained to fight.
And then you have the stream gagging him on to do this, and sometimes I'm of kind of two ways about this, but like sometimes I feel like the people on streaming that make people do things and that watch people do crazy things that get them killed should be held somewhat liable. On the other side, if somebody, the old saying when you were a kid, if somebody tells you to jump off a bridge,
Are you going to do it? Please.
so
Yeah.
this guy woke up and Psycho Stu, and he's suing somebody.
I will be on a positive note. I will say thankful for all the wrestlers who have donated and all the people that donated to his
Yep.
GoFundMe, because we know that like especially indie wrestlers don't have the insurance, don't have the funds
Hmm.
to be doing to have this happen to them.
Absolutely, and it's a community,
Yeah.
it's a brotherhood in some ways. Again, I think I'm with Les on it. I mean, yeah, people could have been charged money. It's not like the olden days, but yeah, they should have Boondocks stomp him in the nuts, stomp him in the nuts. Yeah, they had to do something, but I don't know. They were just kind of just there. Um, and yeah, any final thoughts?
No.
Recover fast.
Facts,
Yes.
facts. All right. Um, I've had a hell of a week. I didn't watch Heatwave or Forbidden Door. I don't mean to lump them in together. But the floor is y'all's. Y'all talk. Y'all talk.
Knowing Les, he didn't watch Forbidden Door, but I did. I would say the show was really good. My favorite match was the women's match, both women's match, Athena and Tony Storm, and then the 4-way with Mercedes Moné. Those women did it. Like, it was phenomenal. I think Hangman and MJF match was really good. I think the storyline coming out of that is good. I'm glad that MJF left. I'm glad that they changed the stipulation on this contract also. So it used to be kind of like the Money in the Bank situation, but now they need to
Mhm.
give a week's notice of when they're cashing in their contract. Um, who the only thing I don't like is that both people who had the contract both lost and stuff. So like Athena
Mhm.
lost her match and then MJF lost his, but he didn't um relinquish his contract. He has his contract. It's a whole nother storyline. And then the technically main event, but the lights out match, um, having Osprey's last match for a year or more, we don't know. That was very much fun to watch, and it was a good show to me, honestly. I am sad to see Osprey leave. I think he brings a lot to AEW, and I think he brings a lot of excitement to AEW. But I'm hoping that he gets a healthy um, surgery, recovery, everything, being safe to say the least.
Question for you, B. Who does Tony Storm? Who beats Tony Storm? Because she's beating everybody.
Yo, I don't know, but that's the same with Athena. Athena has the ROH belt for almost it's getting to a
1,000
thousand
days.
days. Like,
Right.
who beats them? And the fact
And
that
I think the only people she's lost to is Mercedes
and
and Tony.
Tony, yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Um, I don't know. I think they're building to someone, but like right now, it doesn't. It's for all three of the women's belts, right? That AEW
Mm,
slash ROH has, right? Um,
mm.
besides the TV one, but it's hard to say who beats these women. Athena has had it for almost 1,000 days. It's heading up to 1,000 days. Mercedes Monet got 9 belts, one from every country right now. Like, who's beating her? You know what I mean? And she lost the belt and then gained 2 back. So,
What's that?
she got 9 belts.
Uh,
She is chilling. Um,
and then oh man, lost my train of thought. Sorry. Go
uh,
ahead.
and then Tony, like, she is the best that she has been in years. You know what I mean? This is my favorite version of Tony Storm ever. With all the
Yep.
innuendos and everything.
Yeah, she'd be laying it thick,
Yeah.
and that is itself a double entendre. Anyway,
Yes. That was my short
yes,
review of
so it's a
everything.
yeah, it's been a very interesting situation there. Over at AEW with
Yes.
the ladies. Um, I don't know who. I don't know. Like I'm a fan of like a Willow Nightingale,
Yes.
and I think if anybody would like be launched into the stratosphere, from beating Tony Storm or something like that, I think it would be her.
Willow. Yeah.
Um, yeah, but that would be who I would vote
Yes.
for
Oh,
if I had a
also,
vote.
just a side note that Christian and
Yeah.
Edge had their match against Luchasaurus
Yes.
and Kid Sabian. Um, happy to see Luchasaurus back and cleared and stuff. What is your face?
I don't Christian and I don't know who those I don't know who those people are.
Ay Dios. Don't even start with me.
Oh, you must be
She
confusing them.
is Jay and Sexton Hardcastle.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
The patriarch Jay. Yeah, there. Okay, now
The
yes, they
best
had
tag
that run in that
team
other
of our
company.
era. Not this
Exactly,
era,
that
but
other company.
the era.
They had those TLC matches and the
Yes.
other. Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
they had a really good match. I love that they're. It's funny because like Edge gave him gave Cushion a hug, and he was just like, "Get off of me." But they opened the show up, and that was a good match. The tag team match was also good. It was just like the women's match. I feel like were the best matches on the card.
Fantastic.
Um,
Les, all I saw Heatwave was Obafemi throwing Javon from the ring to the announce table. First of all, the aim is impeccable.
bro.
Yeah, that was wild. Go ahead.
So Heatwave to me didn't feel like a PLE. It felt like a regular episode of NXT, but a good
Okay.
episode of NXT. You know, like
Yes.
it felt like a go home show to a PLE
Oh,
instead of a PLE. Like the they was in Philly the week before for just like a regular NXT show, and that felt more like a PLE than Heatwave. But question for y'all because y'all want
Mhm.
AEW. So the former Mariah May. Like, what y'all think? What do y'all think of her wrestling skills? Like, what do y'all think of her in ring?
I think she was perfectly fine. Do you not? You don't like her? I feel like you asking this question is heading to he doesn't like.
It's the setup.
Yeah,
I
but
think she's more than fine as a
yeah,
wrestler. I
yeah.
think she's very good. I
But
think
I
she's really
think
good.
it depends on how, because she comes from Japan, so she had a different like, well, not come from, but you know what I meant. Like she,
She's British, trained by
yes,
Japan.
and she did a lot of Japanese wrestling before going to AEW, which I think works at AEW but doesn't work in WWE.
Okay, that explains her move set. All right. Cause bro, she was like it. I kind of like it because it's different. Because it's like she's Australian or she's British.
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 British. Okay. So it's like her being trained by like somebody like being doing Japanese stuff. It don't look right for her to do it, but it looks good because it doesn't look right. Like if that makes sense.
Okay.
I also say I love her entrance when she's in the mirror, and then
Yeah,
like
yo, her
half of the
entrance is
entrance is
fire.
like,
She was
yeah,
out there doing octopus stretches and all this, and I'm like, yo, what's up? And she was working Jordan Grace's arm the whole match, and she was doing different arm bars, different submission. I'm like, oh, I didn't know she was a submission wrestler. What?
but that's why I
Yeah,
like her, because it's that whole like, oh yeah, I'm pretty or whatever, but then
I'm
I'm gonna
I'm good at this.
do some wild. Right, exactly. I'm good at this. I got the knowledge and I can execute it. No Bret Hart into these different things like, oh, I'll put you in the hold. Oh, you try to counter it, or I'll put you in this other hold that is still an arm bar but not an arm bar type joint.
Yeah.
It works on the arm, but it's not an arm bar.
Yeah, I'm liking her. It just caught me off guard because like the first match that she had on NXT, she didn't do none of this.
Oh yeah,
It was like
yeah.
a basic, 1, 2, 3 match. But then it's like they've been protecting her a lot, so
Yeah.
it's like she would go to have a match, and then Jordan Grace would come out, and she would just run out the door and jump in her cab. And like the cars are waiting for her. But yeah, Obafemi is on a great run. They had a good match because Javon got thrown off the top rope to the announce table the week before. Trick
Oh,
Williams. Yeah, Trick Williams.
Oh.
Because he was about to do a springboard and he just went right off the
push.
top rope, pushed him straight, and he missed it a little bit too.
Ooh,
With the first one, like with this one, he actually hit the table.
Yeah.
When Oba threw him, Oba got aimed. Well, Oba's a shot putter, so it
I
makes
didn't
sense.
know that.
That's what he went
Of
to college
course,
for.
of
That's what he got
course.
his scholarship. Because I watched he did the workout shit with Sheamus.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, that is one of
So,
my favorite shows.
yo, Sheamus doing workouts, bro, and he be like, Oh, I'm too old for this fella.
He's also like, the women kill me. The women, every woman that he has to work out with, he's like, they are wow.
Definitely
I
got
really do.
hair.
They be doing. I think was it Liv Morgan, son? Like
Oh,
she
the
did some
butts.
other.
I've been doing that
Oh,
too.
that's what it was. Oh, yeah. That's why I yeah, distractions. What was I gonna say? So so who beats Oba Femi? Because
Uh,
he's on a run,
not
and I
not
don't know.
Ricky
He's
Spears.
no,
Not Ricky,
no.
because that's who's up next.
He just lost to Ethan Page like a couple months ago on that street fight, like clean. So I'm not buying it. Also, if whenever he comes up, you gotta go on a Brock Lesnar run. Or are we doing redacted for Brock Lesnar? I don't know. But he gotta just win the King of the Ring, like come after WrestleMania, win the King of the Ring, win the title at SummerSlam.
Are
I
they
wanna
gonna
I
do
want
the King of the Ring again?
I wanna see him and Gunther.
They'll do it in Saudi. It'll be fine.
Don't
I
start.
wanna see Hobo versus Gunther immediately.
Yeah.
That is gonna, that's gonna feed some families. But you like the Heat Wave.
Yeah. It was like I said, it was a good episode of NXT.
I will say this about Javon before we move on. I love that he doesn't talk like the prototypical, you know, I'm gonna do this. And when you turn the tables on me, you turn them in the wrong
Now
way.
he talked like a
Yeah.
YN.
I didn't want to use those words, but yes.
But I mean that
No, I hear you. I hear you. I'm not condemning you. It's he just talks like to me is regular. You just talk regular. But he just talk regular. I don't know, and I feel like I connect with him more because he just talk
the
regular.
thing is like his promo style is he slows up a little bit, and I feel like the reason why is because he's trying not to slide a nigga in there from what he be saying, like the way he be saying it, and he like slow up. Oh yeah, he's about to say.
Holy cow! Shout out Javon Evans. Shout out Obafemi. All right. So for real this time, this Saturday,
Sunday.
um, it's Sunday, of course, because I thought like it's Sunday, but no, they have them on Saturdays usually, so it should be
Yeah,
Saturday. So
AEW decided to do pay per views on Saturdays, and they're like, "Oh, we could do that." Yo,
right.
so now they're back
So
to their Sunday for this one.
all right. So Clash in Paris. We got some matches here. We're gonna give our thoughts on it. It's gonna be our preview. Um, this is we're recording this before SmackDown airs this afternoon, so they might add a match in there. But it seems like your Triple H 5 match pay per view, $30 a month, everybody. And so we're gonna give our thoughts on it. It's not a prediction. It's a spoiler.
Yes,
Let's go. For the Women's Intercontinental Championship, Becky Lynch defends against Nikki Bella.
Becky.
Becky Lynch, get this shit over with.
Yeah.
Damn. For the record, I know I'm gonna get your pitchforks and everything. I think Nikki Bella is doing a great job. Especially like not been in it for a while. I'm probably the only one that
It's,
thinks that, but I think she's doing a great job.
it's fine.
And should be from. I think I'm more interested in this match than anything else, to be honest with you. But we'll see.
I think
So
it's the storyline between the both of them, and then Becky's liners that has kept the interest
oh,
of all.
real quick, what did y'all think about that whole Ozzy Osbourne thing, and then Sharon Osbourne? She didn't like it, and then WWE's like, "Oh, we might have
We're
to apologize."
sorry.
Right. I think Uncle Dave's friend reported it, and yeah, they might like publicly apologize to Sharon Osbourne because Becky said that in Birmingham, England, where they were at, like the only thing you ever produced that was good was Ozzy Osbourne,
Which is not
and like
that
now
bad of
he's
a line, to be honest. I'm not even gonna I'm not gonna be an asshole.
well. It was the
Thinking
whole
more of
like,
the after.
and he
Yeah.
died, right?
Yeah.
And he died, and da da da.
And then she said,
So
"Oh, because if I was from here too, I would want to die."
Yeah.
right, which that's hilarious.
But I
Like
feel like
Becky's been killing it,
that's
Yeah.
like natural heel shit.
Yeah.
right?
That's why I was like,
Right.
I was like, this whole line was not as bad as I thought it was. Because when people were like, "Oh my god," I was like, "What did she say?" And then I heard it. I was like, I have heard worse.
She did all the heel shit. She shit on their football team. She shit on their famous actors.
She gave him a history lesson. I
Exactly.
like that. The whole Irish shit. Oh, I was like, okay. I like that. Hold him accountable.
I just feel like I have heard worse lines.
1,000%. But it's also, you know, even though Ozzy Osbourne's a Hall of Famer, and Sharon Osbourne, she's not, or Ozzy really, not into privy to the business enough to know when it's like what the lines are
Yeah.
Honestly,
and
bro,
where they may get blurred.
from watching the Osborne show growing up and all that, Ozzy said worse to her. Like,
I'm gonna zip my mouth, but yes, we can continue now.
Ladies and gentlemen, this following contest is for the prize and coveted Shula Fala. It is Roman Reigns going against Bronson Reed, who will be there with Paul Heyman.
yo, bro, I didn't know he was Samoan.
Yeah, that
Bronson Reed is Samoan.
you know, he got the tattoos, but it didn't correlate
I don't
with
think
me. I
that
don't know why.
correlated in my head until you said that.
Bro, he
Yeah.
said, "Oh, I'm the Samoan that your father warned you about." And I'm like, wait, and it's the same thing at Roman Reigns. I was like, wait, he's
It's like, oh, you Samoan? Which is wild to say.
He's someone in the
no.
bloodline.
What wild to say is, oh wait, you Samoan? That means you belong to me. That's what's wild to say.
And then Roman's gonna win too.
Yeah, Roman's
which
winning.
is like, youch. Well, I like Bronson Reed, and he'll probably recover from this, and it'll probably be good for him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so in a what they're calling a good old fashioned Donnybrook match, which is a street fight, Sheamus versus Rusev. I cannot express to you how much I do not care.
Sheamus.
Sure.
I don't think they build this. They've been building it. It's just there's other stuff on the show.
Yeah, but then the other stuff isn't even that great.
Yeah.
That's just me though. All right, so one-on-one match. It's John Cena versus Logan Paul.
John Cena. I swear
Logan
to God.
Logan Paul by
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans of Brock.
I forgot this man exists. I know we said his name earlier, but I forgot.
So they could set up the actual fight.
I don't want that as his like one of his last dates. Like, anyways, I'm getting upset.
It makes sense. It makes sense either way because Cena can like go into the match with Brock with momentum, but then he can also go in at his lowest, which will make the babyface comeback more palpable.
Yeah.
I still don't believe they just retconned his whole evil phase. No consequences, baby.
There has never been consequences for John Cena ever in his career. Like, this is honestly on par.
Hit the nail on the head there.
Westside Gunn put out the mixtape Heels Have Eyes Too.
Heels Have Eyes Too.
Right? So he has a song on there called Heel Cena.
Oh.
The song was longer than his run.
I'm about to say that was gonna be my comments. Like, oh, was the song like 38 seconds long? No, it was not. Yeah, this heel turn and the failure of it will be talked for years to come. It'll be the biggest what ifs in wrestling. But in your main event, in a fatal 4-way match for the World Heavyweight Championship, LA Knight.
Yeah.
Versus Jey Uso. Versus CM Punk.
Clobber and Tom.
I was like, which one am I?
versus the champion Seth
Freaking.
Rollins. I don't like doing the freaking.
Oh,
That is so corny.
oh,
I might go the other route with the other guy and call him Seth Franklin Rollins. Uh, but go ahead. Who's it's Seth.
yeah, I'm saying. I feel like they bringing another person up.
To join
The
the
Vision.
stable.
Yeah, the Vision.
Terrible name too, but
Yeah,
Very.
they
whatever.
could have had so many other names, bro. I think we thought of better names for them.
You could have called them the Revolution or like
Hey, I take that. Yeah. Steph's winning. I don't know where they go from here necessarily. Because Punk and Steph is the feud that never ends.
Literally.
Even though they do well, the Drew thing was a lot better though. Oh, Cody's filming Street Fighter, so he's not gonna be there. So I don't know when they're gonna have their match,
Isn't
but
there another person doing Street
ain't
Fighter?
Roman in Street Fighter.
Roman's playing Akuma.
Oh,
It kind of makes sense.
it do. That's. But like, are they gonna give him like face paint, sir?
Something like that, or CGI prosthetics. He's just gonna act like he did in his Tribal Chief run.
He
I
gonna have,
don't.
nah, they better do the eyes. Like, I'm sorry, they gotta do the eyes.
Right.
They gotta
And
do
he got to
back
do
to
that special move where he just goes like that. And he takes half your health bar. I don't know how they go, but you got to pull that out. Yes, absolutely.
I went to go look at the cast.
50 Cent playing either what DJ or Bardog.
Oh, I didn't know 50 was in the movie, man.
Yeah,
Good for
50
him.
playing because that's the only two black characters I know from that
Yeah.
he could possibly play.
I'm like trying to look for the new cast. We could talk about it on the next episode, but like,
Sure. No, because I only remember the '94 movie
yeah, that's
with
the one
Jean
that,
Claude
yeah,
Van Damme. Yeah,
yeah.
that was a little iffy,
And my man,
but I gotta watch it
the
again.
dude that played Gomez and he was in Bison.
Yeah, yeah.
And he said he only did it because his kids liked the game and he wanted his kids to see him.
Oh.
He
Yeah.
ain't know shit
In the
about
new
Street
game.
Fighter.
Well, that is Clash in Paris, ladies and gentlemen.
Jason Momoa is
When
playing Blanca, and I don't know how I feel about this. Sorry.
That makes sense.
should have had Jason Momoa play Akuma if we're gonna.
That makes more sense. Yeah.
Sorry, continue. Oh,
No,
we're at the end of it.
when we come back, we'll get into our hot tag segment and we'll share what we've been listening to. All right, welcome back. It's time for our hot tag segment. All right, we just give you a hot take and we just roll with it, man. We don't explain it. Who wants to start?
I'll start because I've been holding mine. Christian and Edge is still and forever will be the best tag team out of the 3 tag teams from the TLC era.
Who's this Christian and Edge he keeps talking about?
I hate you.
If they exist in your head, okay.
Yeah.
Psych ward. Anyway, Les.
Damn, nah, you go. I gotta.
Sure, no problem. I think Chris Jericho stays in AEW. I think all this liking tweets or whatever about him possibly coming, it's negotiation tactics. So I think he stays in AEW. I think it's a better situation for him, and I think that I'm doing the explaining part. I'm buying you time, man. So
buying time for Les.
And I think because Tony Khan or AEW pays for the stuff that WWE doesn't pay for, the hotels and the travel. I think it's a much better situation, especially at his age. Much better situation.
Okay. Say his name and he appears. Joe Hendry to beat Open.
Oh. I like that.
All right, so what are we listening to? I'll tell you right now, Ghostface Killer, Supreme Clientele 2. Whoa. That's a hell of an album right there.
The skits.
The pause joint. Yo, and Cameron was saying like, "Oh, well, this is the best album in like the last 10 years," and I'm like, "Oh, you didn't hear that pause? You didn't hear that? Okay."
So I haven't listened to it yet, but what will be on my rotation this weekend is the new Sabrina Carpenter album because it just came out last
Oh, it
night.
came out.
It came
Okay.
out It came out at midnight.
Oh, I see.
And then Russ has a new song called "Recognize" that I've been listening to that came out at midnight.
When you send songs, I have to remember to type them on YouTube because I don't got Spotify, and Spotify don't even let you listen to the song. They just give you 30 seconds.
Yo,
Yeah. And then
I
it'll
was
be
like, yo,
disrespect.
facts.
Okay, I gotta like just type out the song for you guys, or like
Yeah,
I
and
have
then
to
I'll
do
just bum
I
them
have to
out.
do another playlist then because the playlist I have it on Spotify.
Oh, I listened to it, but not really. You know what I'm saying?
I'll do another a list. I'll do a YouTube list so that everybody can also listen to it if they don't have Spotify. Because I have all our selections on Spotify.
B always coming up with solutions.
It's
The
my job.
problem solver.
So I've been listening to West Side Gun Hills Have Eyes too.
Mm.
Specifically two songs on it. He got a song called Powerhouse Hobbs.
Mm.
And then he got a song called Blow Hendry.
It's crazy.
Yo.
Bro.
Yo.
Yo, Blow Hendry, fire. Powerhouse Hobbs, it might be one of the best beats I've heard this year.
I'm here for
And
it.
then Benny the Butcher makes the song even better because he's on it. But bro, the beat for that song, bro, tell me when you hear that, that's the song, bro. When you on the way to work, bump that shit in the work.
Will do.
You're gonna get there 10 minutes faster. And then there's another song, but it's called Prick. But it's like one of the best songs on it.
I will take your word for that. That scares me a little bit.
Nah, that's the thing, bro. I didn't even want to say it because of the name, but it's like he got somebody featured on there, and the dude that's featured on there is just spitting, like the story wise, spitting like bars, and then Westside come in with the swag. Then he just got a song on there where he just say, "I love you, bitch," and that's it for 30 straight seconds. The song start off, "Come here, bitch." Then this, "I love you, bitch," for 30 seconds straight.
I'm guessing Armani Caesar was not on the song.
Nah,
feels like a missed opportunity.
And then at the end, like the beat fading out, and he say, "I love you, bitch ass haters too."
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get this.
It's a 30-minute listen, so
Oh, love it. Well, yeah, that's what we've been listening to. Everything will be in the description with the playlist, and I believe that is also our show. So we thank everybody for watching and liking. Like, comment, subscribe. You already know. We'll be back with you next week for the results of Clash in Paris and anything else that happens. For Les and for B, my name is Vic. We'll see y'all next week.
Believe in the heart of the cards.
Eddie Guerrero off the top ropes. My flow special and gory just like I'm Chavo. You feeling froggy then leap, we kill the tadpoles. Rob Van Dam, the whole damn show.